Okay, boys and girls, welcome back. Redmissed in the house once again. How you doing? I hope everyone's doing great. I'm doing great, and we, my friends, are at last playing some more WWE Supercard. Now, as you can see on the screen here, guys, we are in the third day of Over the Limit. Now, I've seen people going crazy on Twitter about this event and how annoying it is to grind. But I'm going to show you a little tip that I've liked to be using in this game mode, and I've been finding it's been helping me out a lot. Now, a quick little update on, I suppose, things that's going on. Now, you can see here, I'm only just inside Shattered Tier, and I actually had to go and put enhancements on all of my cards in order to do this, because without these enhancements, I wouldn't actually be in Shattered Tier. I'd still be just under Shattered Tier. So that's pretty cool that we've managed to do that. But since this event's been going on, we've been going absolute ham on the event. And as you can see here, just a second ago off of camera, I did actually go and pull the Undertaker, which is one of the best cards of the tier, so I am super happy about that. But one of the other things that also happened to me is last night I actually went and pulled a Cesaro, but unfortunately my team wasn't high enough on Shattered Tier to be able to get that card. So you can see here, these are my Shattered cards. I'll quickly show you my Neon cards. So, you know, you can have like a quick idea of what's been going on. And I think I need, no, he's done already. So that's kind of a quick little breakdown of what's going on, but into the main tips that I want to show you. Now, there's a couple of ways that you can do this. I have been farming like crazy, and as you can see, I'm at 6,171. Now, you can do the standard technique, which I'm sure a lot of you are trying to do, which is farm out 100 of the hype rewards. Now, I'll always 100% always watch the video. Now, it is going to be a little bit annoying because you're going to have to watch like a 30-second ad, as you can see, but always watch this video because that way you're going to get rid of the 5 points on the board. Now, it's only basically going to save you a guaranteed getting 5 points. But this basically means that the lowest amount of points that you're going to be able to pull off the board is 10, unless you luckily hit the point doubler. Then the lowest amount of points or bonus points you're going to pull off the board is 20. So that always gets rid of the +5s. So then it's just a case of going and picking through, as you've probably already done 1,000 times before, praying that you're going to get something good. But hey, we only got an extra 10 points, so that's just the way it goes. Now, this is where the trick comes in, because as you've just seen, I've just gone and farmed out 100 points. I've played a game, I got a bonus 10 points, 110 points. Now, to grind out that 100 points, now that probably took me about an hour and a half, maybe even 2 hours of overall play time to get that 100 points. Now, this is the trick. Now, you want to basically go and put 3 good cards and then 3 bad cards in your King of the Ring. Not your King of the Ring, your wild mode. And you just want to play. Basically, you want to make it so that your wild mode deck is going to win like 90% of the time. It doesn't matter if it wins a 3-0, it doesn't matter if it wins as like a 2-1, whatever it wins, as long as it wins and you get those 2 picks. That is the key to this. And as you can see here, we're going to go ahead, we're going to win that match, and that is golden, absolutely perfect. Now, this is where the trick comes in, because obviously now you only want to go ahead and hopefully every single game you're going to find a hype. If you don't find a hype, then there's no harm to it. You're just going to have to play another game. But as you can see there, we've just gone and found a hype mode. So now what we can do is, as you can see, the amplifier is now highlighted. So we're going to be able to go in here and play a game. Now, if you've got ads left, go ahead and watch an ad. If you're going to have to buy about, then I wouldn't suggest it. But as long as you've got ads, I would not suggest doing what probably 90% of you are doing, and that is using your adverts on like Royal Rumble so that you can get like another 12 picks, and you've probably got something like 20,000 points in Royal Rumble already, because of the amount of games you've played, whereas you wouldn't normally play that. Whereas, as you can see here, from all that grinding that I done before, I went and got 110 points. So now we only got 1 point rather than 100 points. We're going to do the same principle again of we're going to go and watch an advert. Now this is to get rid of that 5-point game again. So we know for a fact that we're definitely not going to walk away from this game with only 6 points. The lowest we can walk away from this game with would be 11 points. Now, if we happen to get that point times 2 point doubler again, we're going to walk away with no less than like 21 points. So this is kind of the trick to it. So again, we're down to the final picks. Now, normally they work in sync with one another, but as you can see here, we gone and got 26 points. Now, ideally, you would want to get the times 2 bonus, and then I would have come away with like 50 odd points, 60 odd points. But you can see the difference just from playing for like, what was that, one wild game, and then watching 2 adverts. So the 2 adverts is 1 minute, and then the wild game is like a minute, so possibly like 5 minutes, and I got 26 points of hype. Whereas for like almost 2 hours of grinding, you could say, to get 100 hype, I only received 110. So that's kind of the trick, I suppose you could say. The other way that you could do it is, if you're willing to spend credits, is go ahead and buy yourself like a ×5. But when you do that, 100% make sure that you have like 5 amplifiers, so you don't have to waste time watching adverts. Now, the other trick, or if you do buy the multipliers, the biggest trick I could show you is make sure that you have a ton of money in the bank contracts, because then you can come down here to the money in the banks, you can buy 4 picks for 15 contracts, and then you can literally just farm this board. And I've been finding that by doing this, if you have either the ×4 multiplier, as you can see there, if I had a ×4 or a ×5, I would have just got 4 or 5 for that one that I've just found. I've been finding that on average, if you spend about 1,000 contracts in money in the bank, you will pretty much get around about 500 hype if you're using a ×4 or a ×5 multiplier. If you're not using that, then for like 1,000 money in the bank contracts, you're probably only going to get around about 200 hype. But that's pretty much the ins and outs of this event. You've just got to keep on grinding. The more you grind, obviously, the higher up you're going to be. Now, there's a few things with the event as well. I think that they do need to either increase the hype drop rate or decrease the hype needed per card, because I think that 9,000 hype for the event card is a good price. As you can see, I'm at 4,000, but it is kind of needing credits to get that kind of amount, or a ton of playing. But I will 100% tell you that doing it this way, as you can see here again, I've got 2 hype from the Money in the Bank contracts. But doing it this way, by watching the adverts when you've only got like, I would suggest, if you're going to do this method of watching adverts, I would suggest never really go Okay, sorry, I don't know what just happened, but my recorder just decided to end. So yeah, as I was saying, I would only suggest that you go up to around about 20 hype at max if you're going to be using this particular strategy. But in my opinion, I would literally just go and play like a Royal Rumble game, play that one match, take your 12 picks or your, however, is it 12 picks? Yeah, it's 12 picks. Take your 12 picks, and if you get any hype, just go back into Over the Limit, watch an ad, play the game, and then leave and go play another Royal Rumble game, and just literally rinse and repeat until you run out of ads. Don't waste your ads on Royal Rumble, because of the fact that you're just not going to get anywhere near the same amount of points. Because even in the time of this video, like you're going to be able to see, like, there you go. So I've just gone and got the double pointer, so now I've got a guaranteed 4 titles, but the lowest amount I can pull off the board now is 10. If I find one more skull, I'm gonna be absolutely laughing, because one more skull means 100 points, but I didn't. I got the Ultimate Warrior Mask, so that's 54 points. How much did I get last time? Like, was it 16 points I got last time, or 20 points I got last time? I can't remember, but we've just got like 70 points for watching like 4 adverts and playing one round effectively, because of the Money in the Bank contracts is 4 picks. Basically, I just played 2 wild games, watched 4 adverts, and I got like 70 points. Whereas for like 2 hours worth of farming, I went and got like 110 points. So you can see the difference in how quick you can level up by doing this, and how much quicker you can farm them points. But the best way to do it is, if you are willing to spend some money, then go and get some Money in the Bank contracts. Use your ads on farming Money in the Bank. You're going to have to play like 20 Money in the Bank games if you can get like, play the games for around about 40 contracts per game. You're going to have to play like 20 games, get like 1,000 Money in the Bank contracts, go buy yourself a ×4 or ×5 multiplier, and then just knock it out that way. If you do it that way, you're going to end up spending about like 400 or 500 credits, 1,000 Money in the Bank contracts, but you're going to get probably around about the 1,000 points mark in the hype system. But if you do that, guys, make sure that you've gone into all of your cards first. You've emptied up all of your thingamajiggies, your enhancements. So go and train all of your cards away, and make sure that you're literally nowhere near your cap, because if you do that setup, you will hit your cap probably 2 or 3 times, which is obviously going to take away from your 30 minutes. But hope you all are able to get some good stuff and things in this event, guys. If you've enjoyed this video, if this video has helped you, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel, and I shall see you in the next one. Peace on the streets.